Die Mittsommernacht-Fantasie. This is Midsummer Fantasy from Genshin Impact. This is Fischl's Battle Domain music. I've heard it once. I've heard some comparisons to Vivaldi. Not that I'm a Vivaldi expert, but I'm looking forward to possibly diving into some comparisons to Vivaldi here. Let's take a listen at this extraordinary piece of music, I'm sure. Yeah, as always with Fischl, there is a degree of there's this urgency, right? You hear that in the strings, but then you also have the sort of the stars, or this sort of, they produce this sort of mysterious sound with the celeste, which I believe it's a celeste. Bing, 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 that's a sense of forward momentum, a sense of propulsion. Obviously, we're in a new place. We're seeing it for the first time. We think, wow, this is. There's something at every corner here. It's very mysterious. And, oh, well, what happens if I go this way? So there's a lot of intrigue here, which is interesting. That's fun. Do you hear how the harpsichord doubled? That's fun. So we've introduced now, is Fischl very old? Because if I recall, if Fischl's very old or from a different world, which I understand, that harpsichord, of course, is evoking this feeling of age and this feeling of being very archaic. So perhaps the battle domain looks like a castle, looks very old. I'm imagining Fischl's colors in this, so maybe some purples and some, just the general aesthetic of, again, mystery and Gothic and, Baroque time period, which the Baroque time period was, a musical time period with Bach, Vivaldi, Monteverdi, Frederick Handel. These are all the sort of folks that are coming up in this time period, in this Baroque time period. Also, don't forget that Baroque also means in regards to architecture and literature and paintings. And at this point, you've got Caravaggio, you've got Rembrandt. A lot of this painting is based around great drama, rich, deep color, and intense light and dark shadows, which is probably reflected, actually. If you look at Fischl in general, she's a very dark character with deep colors, deep purples, deep pinks, deep blues. And so that is in line with sort of the Baroque painting of the time. But then if we look at the music, it makes sense because, and I think we'll get to it because I believe that this Vivaldi section comes a little bit later, so I don't want to get too carried away with all this right now. So let's keep listening. Have you noticed that I'm stopping quite a bit, but do you notice that we're actually picking up speed? We're actually increasing in speed as we continue to go either where we're supposed to be, where we're expecting to be, or because there's danger fast approaching us. So there's a bit of this tension and antagonism in the music as we propel forward, leading into a climax. Oh my god. Oh gosh. I should have guessed. That would happen. First of all, I don't know the Four Seasons, so I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, of course there is this Vivaldi sound quality to it. It reminds me a lot of Summer. That's crazy. God, that lit me up. That lit a fire under me right there. So I think it's so cool because in the middle section you've got this guitar which comes out of nowhere, right? So we've got all this buildup that's very Baroque and stuff. And then I think this is some sort of battle. Well, official's battle domain. So I assume you're fighting a lot. But it's like almost like you reach the apex of the fight when this guitar comes in, which is really interesting because it almost sounds like flamenco, a little bit of I think it's classical guitar, but not really. It's very curious. But then all of a sudden we've got this build-up. Then of course we bust out this electric guitar. It's just, this is the evolution of classical music. It's the evolution of classical music. I swear to you, every time I freaking hear this music, I always say to myself, this is it. This is the apex. This is the peak of classical music, not in a symphony hall, which I understand. We're doing Genshin concerts in symphony halls with the London Phil, 1,000,000%. Why can't you program this alongside Handel? I understand it's not Baroque. I understand it's not the truest essence of what classical music is. I'm going on a rant, but I feel manic. But you gotta understand that, like, this stuff, this is the future of classical music right here. What we just listened to. I mean, gosh, let's take a listen one more freaking time. Yes, that sounds like summer. That sounds like summer. Come on. Listen, here we go. With the bells. Listen to the harpsichord. The electric guitar in the background. Doubling the strings and the harpsichord. It's freaking cool. It's huge. It's expansive. And then that makes your blood pump. It gets you enthusiastic. And then you've got and the electric guitar. It's sick. It's poetic. It's poetic. That lick too. I mean, it's just like spinning and kicking and flailing. It's amazing. And then listen to the rhythm and I mean, Genshin music excites me to no end. To no end. This stuff, I will shout this to the rooftops. I was not a Genshin player before I started this channel, but this music, like, it has like literally infiltrated my entire essence of being. This is the, I mean, ugh. Like, listen to that. Look, I mean, I review so much music on this channel that I love. There's something about Genshin music that is so... I can't explain it. It's just... It's so unique. It's in such a unique position. From a classical musician trained and studied for 10 years, let me tell you that this music speaks to my spirit. There were so many times when I was sitting in a practice room thinking, what is the point of what I'm doing? Why are we going out on stage and like doing, going to auditions everywhere across the country? I mean, like, there's so many classical musicians at my age or younger that love this stuff. And we're stuck in this sort of archaic thing because donors, money, and so many other things. This excites me to no end because this is the future. And this is one group of people making this. This is Yu-Peng, Chen, and the HOYO-MiX people. I mean, like, I can't. Thank you as always. Gosh, I'll talk to you later. Bye.